We are going on an adventure with Ethan, and that adventure is dealing like 300 and a bajillion damage. Being a single prize deck, this deck right now in the format is so good to slow down the game with your ability to only lose a single prize and then just immediately take 2 prizes just about every turn. Ethan's Adventure is another one of those trainers Pokemon decks that we've gotten from Destined Rivals. If you got your big ones, your Team Rockets, your Ins, your Ionos. The big one, my favorite one, has been Ethan's Typhlosion. We don't talk about the Typhlosion though. Main way this deck operates is we are running a 4-4-3 line of Ethan, Cyndaquil, Quilava, and Typhlosion. Typhlosion with its Buddy Blast attack for 1 energy will deal 40 damage plus 60 damage for every single Ethan's Adventure that you get into the discard. We are of course going to be playing 4 of them and using these 60 times 4 being that nice 240 plus an additional 40 for hitting for 280, allows you to knock out most big basics. We're fire, so even just 2 of them allows us to knock out a Goldango, knocks out Ogre Pawns due to the fire weakness, and overall is just such a fun deck to play. Ethan's Quilava, with its ability Bonded by the Journey, allows you to search out your deck and draw an Ethan's Adventure and put it into your hand, allowing for quick setups, or to get them into your hand to throw them all away with the use of Ultra Balls or Secret Boxes to deal big damage. Our other 2-2 line that we run in this deck is Dreepy and Drakloak. This is our draw power thanks to the Recon Directive, being able to look at the top 2 cards of our deck, put 1 in our hand, put 1 on the bottom of our deck. This keeps it a single prize deck. We don't use the Pidgeot, we don't use the Dunsparce that we then have to search back out. We just keep a nice little draw power on the bench that some people may be afraid that we're running a Pult and they might want to try and prioritize killing these, which is more than fine for us. Once we're set up, we don't really even need that much draw power. For support Pokemon though, we are running a singular Budew. Great to have this one out early in the beginning of the game. Itchy Pollen a couple rounds while we set up. If we whiff the Itchy Pollen, it's not all that bad, because again, even if we lose 3 prizes while we're setting up, they still gotta take 3 more prizes. And I've been in some situations where my opponent has taken those 3 prizes, and I come back and take 2 prizes, they take another, I take 2 prizes, they take another, and then I take my final 2 prizes. So this deck is built to last, which is nice. And our final 2 support Pokemon is the Victini, with its ability Victory Cheer. Attacks by your evolution fire Pokemon do 10 more damage, allowing, instead of us just hitting for 280, hits 290 for our Typhlosion, which is an important damage amount. There are some potential changes to this deck that I might make when Black Bolt and White Flare comes out, where I run 2 Victinis to make sure we can have it. You could drop the Budew and run it. It's really up to you. Victini is not needed in every matchup, there are just a couple it helps. And our final support Pokemon being the Shaymin, with its Flower Curtain ability. It prevent all damage done to your bench Pokemon that don't have a rule box. All of our Pokemon don't have a rule box. Our Draklokes, our Typhlosions, no rule boxes. They are protected from that bench snipe from the Wellspring Ogre Pawn, as well as from the Baby Bolt in Raging Bolt. Almost necessary in either of those matchups to make sure that your opponent is still only taking 1 prize, or in the Raging Bolt scenario, only taking that active Pokemon prize, or having to guts to take something off your bench. Now, for our supporters, as we talked about, we do run a 4 line of Ethan's Adventure. Your goal is to get these into the discard as fast as possible, but not too fast. You still want to use these. This card allows you to search your deck for 3 combination of Ethan's Pokemon and basic fire energy. So this card is pretty important for setting up your bench, getting your Quilavas, getting some energy, and allowing you to attack. We do also run 3 Arvins. This is more for that mid to late game, to search out our secret box, to search out early game. We can use it for Buddy Poffin and a TM Evo, as you typically see Arvin kind of used for. But overall, it can be kind of a help out near the end. We run 2 Boss's Order for Gusting, 1 Iono for Hand Disruption, and 1 Professor's Research to, of course, reset our hand, potentially throwing away some Ethan's Adventures and getting ourselves a fresh hand. We got 4 Buddy Poffins to set up all these beautiful 70 HP people. Of course, Shaymin cannot be found off the Buddy Poffin. Our only way of fighting Shaymin is either to draw into it, use one of our 3 Ultra Balls, or use our Stadium. We also run 2 Night Stretchers for recovery. This could be, of course, to grab a Fire Energy late game to attach to a Typhlosion to attach, grab a Typhlosion we need to attach, or any other potentials that we need, a random Drakloak that we had to discard earlier. We run 2 Super Rods, which allows us to put per Super Rod 3 of any combination Pokemon energy back into the deck. This is great for if we had to research something away, or even though we're only doing a single prize trade when we're losing our Mons, if we lose too many Cyndaquils, we're in a pretty bad position for the late game. So we need those Super Rods to get the cards back into the deck, to use Artisan, to use Buddy Poffin, to get those back on the bench to prep us for later. We're also running 2 Rare Candies, which again helps in that late game. You just killed everything. Well, add a Cyndaquil on the bench, I'm going to promote Rare Candy into a Typhlosion, attach 1 energy, and take my final 2 prizes. We do run a single counter catcher. We are anticipating we are going to be playing from behind. I could absolutely see an additional counter catcher being added in. There really is a pretty decent amount of options of things to cut. This is not the perfect 60. This is the 60 I'm currently playing. Played it to a couple locals. Excited to play it to some challenges when the new season starts to see how it goes. Our ace spec of choice is, of course, the Secret Box. Discard 3 cards, and for that you can search out an item, a tool, a supporter, and a stadium. This is such an important card. You can use this to either discard an Ethan if you need it to, or to search out an Ethan. It also allows us to get our stadiums, which are very important for a lot of our matchups, as well as a few of our items, which are important. We already mentioned the Rare Candy. Another couple of items are important are the Picnic Basket. Play it to heal 30 damage on all sides of the board. This helps us in spread decks like Dragapult. This helps us in the Grimmsnarl matchup. Very helpful card just to clear some damage off the board to allow us an additional turn to think. And of course, our redeemable ticket, a card that was introduced in Journey Together that hasn't seen a lot of play, but you play this card, you pick up your prize cards, you count how many there are, you shuffle them, put them on the bottom of your deck, and then take that many cards from the top of your deck, and those are your new prize cards. This is so important if you prize an Ethan's Adventure. You just got to be mindful when you play this. You got to make sure you get all your other Ethans out of your deck until your hand, because you don't want to play this and to get 1 Ethan out of your prize just to put 3 in there, as well as making sure you've got a pretty decently established bench with Cyndaquils, Quilavas, Typhlosions down before you start throwing stuff into the prize cards. We also play the Earthen Vessel. I was playing around with the Energy Search for a while, but it's just too good. There have been some times in late game, you secret box for that final Ethan's Adventure. You grab the Earthen Vessel, you grab the stadium stuff you need, use the Earthen Vessel, get rid of that final Ethan to get you the energy you need. The Vessel is just too good. And for our final item, we are using the Switch, allowing us to get out of any counters or saw blocks, as well as to just, if we get someone stuck in the active like Typhlosion, we don't have energy for it, and we want to switch out to a Budew. I think Switch is just so helpful in the format, especially if you aren't playing Turo. You need something to get yourself out when you're stuck. For our tools, we're playing 2 TM Evos. This is, of course, for that early to mid game, setting up the Quilavas. Best case scenario is we are doing this on our first turn going second to evolve 2 Quilavas on the bench, or evolve a Quilava and a Dreepy, because 1 Quilava allows me to search out an Ethan's Adventure to grab the other Quilavas, and then I also have built-in draw support set up. So definitely very important to play 2 of those. We play 1 Bravery Charm. This is definitely helpful if we're playing that option of the Budew in active. We want to be able to charm it up to keep it safe. We could also put this on to Victini or to Shaymin, depending on the matchup, to make sure they stay safe, since we need them for those specific matchups. And our final tool is the Vitality Band. This allows the Pokemon it's attached to do plus 10 damage. This tool will be getting kicked out of here so fast when Black Bolt and White Flare come out, because we have a brand new tool that is being added. That tool right here is the Brave Bengal, is at least what we assume the English translation is. This tool, if it's the Pokemon this card is attached to, if it doesn't have a rule box, again, none of our Pokemon have a rule box, then it does 30 more damage to the active Pokemon, meaning just this tool attached to a Typhlosion with 4 Ethans in the discard is doing 310 damage, which kills your Gardevoir just easy. It kills Dragapult with the help of Victini, which is why I'm like, you might want to run 2 Victinis, and it does a decent dent onto Charizard. It is great. This also goes in tandem with our 3 stadiums, the 2 of which being Gravity Mountain. Each stage 2 Pokemon in play gets minus 30 HP. That does mean our Typhlosion drops from 170 to 140, but let's be honest, if your opponent is able to hit 170 in a single turn, they're most likely able to hit 140 in a single turn. So you're not really, or if you rather flip that, if they're able to hit 140, they're probably able to hit 170. So our minus 30 health isn't really much, but minus 30 to a Dragapult with this current without a Brave Bengal allows us to easily reach that damage we need to be able to knock out a Dragapult with one shot. Our other stadium being Artisan to be able to set up our bench early game. Got to be mindful of when we play this because we don't want to give too much of help to our opponent, but it's there. And then we play 5 Fire Energy. And all my testing with this, I know there are some builds that play 6. I've been fine with 5, especially with your Super Rods and your Night Stretcher. Pretty much, you almost never need to recover energy. But when you do, it's pretty easy to get it back. But that's the 60 we got. Would love to know afterwards how you think it plays and what differences you are building in Ethan's Typhlosion. But let's go ahead and jump into a few games. I played almost a kind of mirror last night. I was playing against the Ho-Ho Armorers, so it's a mirror in the fact that it isn't, but just there are Ethan's Pokemon on each side of the table. But it's not a mirror at all. But I was excited for like an actual mirror match of Ethan's Typhlosion, but it's fine. We got a really cool dragon coin here. I got Tails. I will go second, which is exactly what I want to do. I want to go second. I want to get that Ethan's Adventure in the discard pile. It's actually a decently strong start because we're going second. So I can definitely Arven for some Buddy Poffins, get some other guys down. Most likely well, actually, I was going to say Raging Bolt, but it could also be Eevee Box due to the Eevee stuff here. Okay, no, it is Raging Bolt. Well, I was going to say, I didn't think Ditto was played in Eevee Box. But no, they just like Ditto, or they just like Eevee. This is indeed Raging Bolt, which I actually have not done a lot of this matchup. I'm pretty sure I'm favored, just because I'm a single prizer and I can knock out all their bolts and stuff, so we should be okay. Need to grab my off drops. Speaking just makes the cough so much worse. They got a long turn ahead of them, probably. Maybe. We'll do a turn, and when I pass, I'll go grab them. Then setting up the baby Raging Bolt, we need to get Shaymin down as soon as possible. Need to get Shaymin on the bench as soon as possible. They have a small hand, at least. They weren't able to get another teal down. I think we just go for the Arven here. Buddy Poffin and Bravery Charm. Require them to at least spend 1 more energy to kill the Budew. All my Cyndaquils, all my Quilavas, all my Typhlosions are here. 3 of my adventures are here. Is my redeemable ticket is here. So that's pretty good. I don't hate that. I don't hate that. We got a pretty decent next turn coming up. If everything works out as it should. Alright, I'm going to attach some itchy pollen, and then I'm going to go grab some cough drops. Calling these cough drops. They're not cough drops, though. They're cough something. I don't know. Did they do nothing? Hold up a second. They did nothing. Let's go. Mountain does nothing. Vitality Band does nothing. Because I already reach enough. This should be a very strong turn we're about to put out here. This should be a very strong turn we're about to put out here. Okay. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I got 2 more pieces. I'd like to get a Dreepy down. I think it's 2 and 1. I don't want to go for an attack this turn. I don't think. No, because I want to get my other... Because I was like, I don't want to spend it for the rare candy. Bonded by the journey. We're being bonded by the journey. I might pass because I know they have a weak hand. No. We got a pretty strong placement here. We'll grab the redeemable ticket. Artisan. Team Evo. And maybe boss to next turn boss. No, next turn will probably Ethan's. Probably Ethan's next turn. Professor's research. I like putting the boss in hand. I like putting the boss in hand. Just in case. I hit the redeemable ticket. Put Artisan out to play. Put down a Dreepy. We have both of our Lokes now. We lost to Typhlosion, but that's fine. Losing one's okay. We didn't lose any energy. Okay. Pretty happy with that. Pretty happy with that. And we'll go for an Itchy Pollen. What's the card between Ogre and Laddies? Oh, this is Raging Bolt EX. So this is just this is regular baby Raging Bolt, only has 130 health. Its move Thunderburst Storm targets the bench. This move Bellowing Thunder does 70 damage for each energy discard. They are going to use this probably to grab a Hoot Hoot. Yeah, this is its SIR. It's a very, very pretty. No, they're going to Budew me back. That's fine. I don't really need items. I'm fine with that, actually. Because right now I have 3 Ethans in the discard. So right now I'm doing 60, 120, 180 plus 4. Right now I'm doing 220 damage. So low-key... Oh man, I need Typhlosion and energy, actually. So I actually can't go that route. I was going to say we could boss this turn, but we can't. We do need to use the last Ethans here. But that's fine. We're going to be in such a strong position going into this next turn. We're going to be in such a strong position going into this next turn that it doesn't even matter. Because they right now are in a pretty weak position. And they have to un-item lock to knock me out here. Cool. Alright, I like it. I like it. The new outlier rolls coming to Sound of Same. I haven't had a lot of chance to look into them. I have decided that when the update comes out, like I said in the post earlier, I was like, I'm going to go back, I'm going to play Town of Salem. We'll see how long we keep playing it. It's definitely not going to be as much as we used to. I'm not going to go crazy making sure I get 3 videos a week, but it's going to work out. Let's go. We win. At this point, there's just no way that they're going to be able to make it back. We're doing so much damage right now. We're doing just so much damage right now. It's just not even funny. Because we got all 4 Ethans in there, so we're hitting 280. We take 2 prizes every turn. I mean, and even if we don't take 2 prizes, even if they send up Budew or send up Raging Bolt, taking 1 prize, they only take 1 prize a turn, we're fine. It actually wouldn't be terrible for me to take a 1 prize knockout. Raging Bolt doesn't... I know not a lot of lists run Briar. But just in case... it wouldn't be terrible for us to be on an uneven prize trade. I do only run 2 boss, though. I was hoping they would take a single prize knock. So that way I could prep something. I don't know who they target here, though, if they target the bench with their Baby Bolt. It might just be Dreepy. Like, Dreepy wouldn't be a terrible target. This ball maybe for another Ogre? Oh, for a Fez. That's fair, that's fair. Get some flip of the script. They're going to add a new talent outlier that allows a player to use their ability twice. Interesting. I'm not sure how this is going to work either. Keep getting some resets going. I am hoping, not hoping, that doesn't make sense. We are going to be hitting 1,200 resets tonight, which is pretty exciting. They don't have the energy to attack with big bolts. They're probably just going to Itchy Pollen me here unless they have energy. Okay, they have energy in hand. I was like, they need lightning energy to get an attack off here. Unless they just misplayed. If they misplayed. I think they meant to send up the... Budew. I'll take it. A win is a win is a win! I would love to get the Chikorita. The Chikorita is the final one we need, and we will have all 3 starters shiny, and we can start our shiny lock in earnest. Potential Team Rocket's deck coming in here. Could be fun. Alright, we did not win the coin flip. Which this deck isn't terrible going second. Or going first. I'd prefer it going second so we can Ethans. But it's fine. There seems to be a high likelihood that we get all any fools that'll return to all any rotation. I love that. All any fools is the best thing they've ever created. They're putting a lot of thought into if they want to go first or second. And they want to go second. It's fine with me. I would prefer it, but it's fine. Wow, what a what a cool hand if only I had 1 basic. If I had a basic here, this would be such a cool hand. They will know exactly what I'm playing, though, which is good for them. They'll have all the info they need. But I'm assuming from everything I see on their side of the field that they are playing one of the... Because there's like 4 main Team Rocket decks. There's like the Team Rocket's Mewtwo, Team Rocket's where it's just pure like Spidops attacking, Team Rocket's Porygon, and then the Team Rocket's Crobat. There's also the Team Rocket's Nidoking I've seen a couple times. Wow, what a bad hand. Okay, whatever. At least I'm going first. I can at least Poffin. I don't really need Shaymin, ever. If it is Rocket, but I mean, we'll see. They could just be using sleeves in the deck because they like Team Rocket. Could very well just be all this is. We will see. This person is playing pretty slow. No, this is a Dragapult. So I don't really want to give them Artisan. Alright, 3 of my Ethans, 1 is prized. I don't really have a strong turn 2 though, so I might have to Artisan. I don't really want to give it to them though, but... How are Lokes? Wait, are both my Lokes prized? I think both my Lokes are prized. Yeah, both my Draklokes are priced. Cool. That's cool. That's real cool. You get some Budew action going. If it comes to it. If it comes to it. Yeah, Shaymin pretty much does nothing in this matchup. Shaymin is really in this deck to help stop the Baby Bolt that we saw in the Raging Bolt game last, as well as stop the knee Wellspringing. They do at least get the art, but I mean, they have the Buddy Poffin, so the Artisan didn't really give them all that much. They do got a full bench, though, so no Bedewing coming our way, which is pretty exciting. They got pretty much, they got no Evos. Well, no, that was their first turn. Never mind, I went first. I went first. What am I talking about? Alright, we'll Bedew them, then. We will Bedew them, because otherwise I got a dead hand here. Actually, hold up a second. Good work, Candy. Good work, Candy. I won't, because I do need a Quilava to get Ethan's Adventure, because right now, if I rare Candy, I would only be doing 40 damage, because I have no Ethan's in discard. Pretty silly. Pretty silly. Would rather item lock them. No Ultra Balls. No Earthen Vessels. No Pokegears. But they do just have 2 Draklokes in hand. They got all the draw power they need here. They need no Ultra Balls. Give me a third. Give me a third Loke. Give me a third Drakloak. Right, please don't give me a third Drakloak. Just pass it. Just pass the game. Okay, they got an Arven. I honestly wouldn't have hated. I wouldn't have hated getting like Ionode. Getting Ionode would have been pretty cool. What was the item they pulled? Right, Candy. Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, this is a pretty rough hand. All right, well at least evolve one. That way, I got one guy ready to go. I got one guy ready to go at least. I hate this. This is bad. This is bad. Bum, bum, bum. With all the reveals, it seems like Season 5 might be around the corner. Seems like it. Seems like the Town of Salem update, it will be coming soon. They still don't have their Zatus. No energy in the discard, because I'm pretty sure that's how Zatu. I think it pulls from discard. Might pull from hand. I can't remember. Can't remember if it pulls from hand or discard. They're putting a lot of thought into this before they recon directive again. Seems like the all-any rotation could be all-any, true all-any, and all-any fools. Interesting. I'm surprised they went for the full Evo here. And also the fact that they didn't attach the rescue port to the Fezandipity. I mean, if they're able to get an attack off this turn, we're kinda toast. We're kinda toasty if they get an attack off this turn. Okay, no, they don't have Neo Upper. We're fine. Only one energy attached. We're fine. Okay. Alright, this isn't nothing. This is something. I hate this. I hate everything that we're doing here, but okay. Not nothing. Not something, though. Would have loved to have been able to throw one of those Ethans away. I mean, next turn, they still need 2... I don't know how many rescue boards they run. But they at least can't switch. I mean, we could see Professor Turo energy attachment. But then at least they're putting 200 damage on a Budew. Nothing on my bench they can knock out for 60. But I mean, if they Turo, they could Halucha. And take out a Cyndaquil. I don't know. They got a lot of stuff they could potentially do here. Depends on what their hand looks like. They only get one recon this turn. Unless they hit the other Drakloak. But since they evolved last turn, they do hit the other Loak. Let's see what they do. Still think it was pretty much of a misplay to attach that rescue board. Okay, they go for Jacques, so they're going to grab their two Zatus, I assume. Zatu and a Drakloak. I don't know why you grab a Drakloak unless your other Zatu is prized. Once in your turn, you may touch basic energy card. It is from your hand. It's from your hand, and you draw 2 cards. I knew it was draw 2 cards. I just couldn't remember if it was from hand or from discard. All right, that's pretty good. We will be bonded by the journey. I'll only be playing 1 here, though. So, like, damage-wise, we're not doing a whole lot. But I'm also not going to evolve. I'm just putting this into my hand. We at least have an attacker ready to go. Right now, we are doing 40 plus 60. We're doing 100 damage, 110 from Typhlosion here. This isn't awful. Honestly, next turn, if I could top deck Secret Box or Ultra Ball, we would be cooking. We would be cooking with gasoline. If I could put both of those adventures into the discard and boss the same turn. Well, I don't even know that I'd want to boss, actually. Because it might just be better to just kill the Pheasantipity. Because, I mean, I wouldn't be hitting enough damage to kill the Dragapult, so it would be just killing a Drakloak. It's to their bench, right? Basic energy from your hand to your bench. And they already have Psychic here, so it would be attaching Psychic to Loak here. I mean, they could Loak evolve, attach return, retreat, attack. I mean, an attack could be coming this turn. Hopefully not, though. Hopefully not. I would love... They have a thick 11-card hand, though. So if they don't make it happen this turn, then we are very lucky. Iono. Iono is fine here. Iono is fine here. We're putting a lot of cards on the bottom of the deck. We can grab back the Ethans very easily. We get the Ultra Ball. I'm chilling. Okay, not great. They do get their attack here. Not great. Not great. We do get the 2 Ethans in the discard, but that'll have us doing 60, 60, 60 plus 40. So we're going to be doing 220 plus the 10. We'll be doing 230, which is not enough to kill Dragapult EX. We will have bench space here, though, because they will kill the Budew. They Iono'd, so they can't boss. Oh, they interestingly don't go for the Phantom Dive. Are they afraid I'm playing I mean, I'm playing no Monkey Dory. So that's an interesting fear. I'm trying to think what I want to do here. If I had a different hand, it wouldn't even be a question. If I just had, like, redeemable ticket in hand. I just hate to lose a guy when we aren't getting damage off. I could retreat. We could get Budew back out, but I only play 1 Budew, so I would have to hit Night Stretcher. I already played a Stretcher. I think we just gotta swing. Maybe we can top deck Boss. Or Arven. Arven's actually not bad. Arven's actually not bad. Arven is not bad because we can grab the Counter Catcher. We can also grab the redeemable tickets. Secret Box is prized. I do think our better play is going to be going for the Counter Catcher. I think that would be long-term better for us. Because if I Ultra Ball both of these into the discard, like I said, we're hitting 230, but if I just put 1 in the discard off playing it... But no, I need the Counter Catcher. The Counter Catcher is too good here because I need to take 2 prizes. Gotta take 2 prizes here. Gotta take 2 prizes here. Actually, do we grab the bravery? Do we ever grab the bravery charm? I mean, Shaymin doesn't protect our bench, but just keeps it alive. Or maybe we play down the Dreepy and protect the... I don't know. I don't know. But I could keep one and play one next turn. Do I ever need both? Because I got my bench set up pretty nicely, and I can grab another Typhlosion off this Ultra Ball. So I think it's okay to throw both away. I think it's okay to throw both away. I also do still have bench space here. I also have 3 of them set up to attack. We got 3 of them set up to attack here, which is pretty nice. I mean, I could play down the Dreepy, potentially grab a Loak. My only other option really for the bench right now would be Victini. Victini doesn't do a ton for me. I mean, it gives me +1. We could see it come in and help later. I could Picnic Basket and heal their Pheasantipity. Yeah, I think we just throw the Dreepy out. And again, we could charm it to protect it from like a Hawlucha. And I think we do, because there's nothing else I want to charm. I don't know if this version of Loak plays the Hawlucha, but I think just in case they decide to go that route, we'll protect them from the Hawlucha. Just in case they even play that option. Because otherwise the charm isn't doing anything for us since we've already lost the Budew. And Shaymin, I don't really care for it. We do grab a Loak and we grab the Ethan's Adventure, so we don't even need the redeemable ticket. So I'm chill right now. Next turn, we can hit our absolute most, because I still have a Quilava on bench. And hopefully they don't Iona me. I would love to keep this hand. But I can Adventure next turn, which would allow me to hit 280. And then I just need a Gravity Mountain. I need Gravity Mountain and Victini. Because Gravity Mountain will bring Dragapult from 320 down to 290. I'm hitting 280 right now. This was a misplay sending up this guy instead of one without the Vitality Band. Also, this deck just gets even better with the next set that comes out next month. Because the Brave Bengal, or the Bengal Charm, whatever they're calling it in the English set, it's a tool card that can only be attached to non-rule box Pokemon. This is a rule box Pokemon, the Pokemon EX rule here. This is not a rule box Pokemon, and it allows the Pokemon to do +30 damage. So, hitting for 310, add in a Victini, we're hitting 320. No Gravity Mountain, and we're knocking out Dragapults at full health. Like, so clean. Alright, moving damage around. Probably gonna put... I hope they really spread out the damage here so I can use my Picnic Basket. I hope they really spread out the damage here. Beautiful. Oh, beautiful. Damage goes bye-bye. Alright, we're still not, like, completely set here. Like, we're still, you know, a little... not great. I could Vessel the Ethan's away. First things first, let's just heal the damage. Hit the Drakloak. Charm no longer is doing anything, but that's fine. We don't really care about the charm. Need to hit something off this Recon. That's really what it is. I should thin first. I should thin first. And get Victini down, because I know I'm going to need Victini. How many mountains are in here? Both of my mountains are in here. Basically, I have to straight up hit Gravity Mountain or hit Iona to have a chance. Because I don't have Secret Box that's still prized. Which kind of sucks. I could also Vessel to thin even more. There we go. Nice and thinned. 18 cards. Give me something good. Give me something good. Okay. Yeah, that's... You gave me something. You gave me something. You gave me something. Hitting 290. It's not nothing to sneeze at, you know, not nothing to sneeze at. It's still 290. We can still pull the Gravity Mountain at some point and play the Gravity Mountain, and they'll still die. So I'm not that upset. A little upset. There's still a world where we top deck Gravity Mountain or top deck or get Iono'd into it. Like I'm saying, I would not be upset about an Iono right here. They got a very nicely set up bench, though. They are only taking one prize this turn, though. They're going for a switch and making an Evo? Yep. Okay. I like it. It's a good plan. I like it. It's a good plan. I like it. It's a good plan. Well, how you doing? Welcome on in. I wonder if they're gonna split their 30s. Are they going to plan? They are. They're like, just in case you play 2 secret or picnic baskets. I don't. I don't. All right. Stretcher. Stretcher's good. I like Stretcher. I like Stretcher. I mean, both of those cards are useless. Both of those cards are pretty useless to me. I think that's all I need. Yeah. Not feeling super hot right now. They are taking 2 prizes next turn. I think we have lost. Because we whiffed it, we have lost here, which is pretty disappointing, but it's okay. It happens. Not every game is going to be a winner. We played a pretty solid game here, and it's not over. There is still a world. But I think they might just end up retreating again, which would be kind of cool. I would absolutely tip my hat to them doing a retreat again. I'd be like, you are playing your best win con. Hey, thank you for the Iono. That is an unnecessary Iono, because you have good stuff in hand. That was a really bad Iono for you. I don't know why you did it. Because you clearly saw I had nothing. But I mean, this is a good retreat here. If I could top deck Boss... I could top... Because I kill Dragapult with Gravity Mountain. If I could top deck Boss... But again, they take 2 prizes here. The only way I win is if I top deck Boss, and then they, for some reason, they re-promote a Dragapult, and there's no world where they would re-promote a Dragapult. But we just lose here because of the prize trade here. It's unfortunate, because all of their Pults are still set up. It's just unfortunate. We just could not hit what we needed. And it's just a switch, so we don't even hit the final boss. Yeah. Oh no, both bosses are still in there. We whiffed both of them. But what did you hit that boss? That would have been pretty cool. I'm just seeing if there's anything worth grabbing off of the Arven. Yeah, because we already used our counter catcher. Yeah, unfortunate, but it is what it is. We'll still take the knockout. Oh, wait, it worked. I thought it was only active. I thought it was only active. Wait. I thought it was only active Pokemon. Oh, each stage 2 Pokemon. I was thinking it was only the active Pokemon gets minused. That's hilarious. What a 4 prize. I could have taken 6 prizes that turn. That's why I was like, I need boss. I was, for some reason, I don't know why I was thinking that. I don't know why, because even when I was playing this deck last night at locals, I was like, yeah, even because the guy was like, how much health does that thing have? And I was like, well, 170, but since Gravity Mountain is 130. I was like, well, all of them have 130 right now. So funny. So what a... Oh, that's so funny. What a great game. What a great game. That's so good. So good. Man, that's absolutely going in the YouTube video. Oh my gosh, that was hilarious. That was hilarious. I love Ethan's adventure. I love going on an adventure with Ethan. I showed it off earlier, but well, she weren't here. And also, I love showing these cards off because they're just so cool. You of course have your regular Ethan's adventure. Just your standard adventure Ethan's going on. Nothing too crazy. You also have the IR for Ethan's Typhlosion, which I pulled in my booster box. The video is up on the channel. I also have the Ethan's Adventure SIR, which I pulled in from my side events. There is a YouTube short on the channel. And then last night, I went to a locals where I got 7th place with Ethan's Adventure, and I bought myself with store credit the Ethan's Adventure's full art. Might as well. Might as well. I like to bling it out. Am I going first or second? I wasn't paying attention. Alright, this isn't a terrible going first situation for me. Hey, it's a mirror! It's actually a very fine going first situation for me. I'll give them the Artisan. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with them having the Artisan. All 4 Ethans are there. Secret box is there. Love to see it. Love to see it. And I'll intern. You gotta go to your first regional next year? Yo, let's go. New League Challenges and Cups restart in July, next month. So you can definitely at least start getting a feel for the regionals and stuff. This is not a pure mirror. They are playing the Pidgeot version. I played the pure single prizer. So they're also most likely playing Pheasantipity as well for draw power. I do not play that. Mine is just a pure single prizer. I don't think they need Victini in this matchup. I know they're trying to thin here, but I don't think Victini fixes any math in this matchup. Unless they're expecting me to have a Dragapult. I'm playing pure single prize Ethan's Typhlosion. I was going to call it Ethan's Adventure, which is not the deck. There is a reason I pulled the Dreepy off the Artisan. I was not expecting them to Iono me because I knew they would probably want to adventure themselves. I wanted to grab myself a Drakloak. The top deck of the Buddy Poffin is incredible. That's such a good top deck. That's like such a strong top deck. Such a strong top deck. Evolve this here. We can go on an adventure with Ethan. And get my first one in the discard. Man, you know, a boss's order and a Vitality Band would get me a knockout on Pidgey. That's pretty hilarious. I mean, we aren't going to play that angle, though, but that is pretty hilarious. I'll grab an energy. Oh, that's pretty strong. An energy there. Probably Artisan, or also just Victini. I'm doing 40 damage right now. Budew is prized. No, I don't want Victini. I was joking. I don't want Victini. Otherwise, I don't really need it because we'll grab Dreepy and set up potential draw power. Might T and Evo. I'll probably most definitely Team Evo here. Because the 40 damage here doesn't super matter. The 40 damage doesn't do a whole lot. think I'll actually go ahead and Team Evo Dreepy, because I don't have really a way to search out Drakloak otherwise, other than Ultra Balls. Whereas with Quilava, I at least have 2 Quilavas at the lane. I can grab another Ethan's Adventure and set up my other 2 Quilavas. So this is a fantastic board state right now. I'm very pleased with this board state right now. Because even if they take the first prize, that's also why I don't want to kill their Pidgey. Because I would love to be able to take a 2-prize knockout in this. Because they're only taking single prizes from me. So I would love to be able to take 2 prizes from them in a turn. Especially if they put down a Pheasantipity. Especially if they put down a Fez. They do already have an Ethan's in discard, which I missed from, I guess, from the Professor's research, or was that from the Ultra Ball? That was from the Ultra Ball. That was a pretty good opening turn for them as well. Like, I'm by no means, like, comfortable right now. But you're right, if they overextend, I'm a little confused on the retreat there. Oh no, they did just evolve that. Never mind, they did just evolve that one. That makes sense. They did just evolve that one. That's fine. I'm just going to take the return knockout. Like I said, I'm not planning to knock out that Pidgey. I want them to evolve it. I want to be able to have a 2-prizer on their bench to even my prize trade. And take the advantage. Oh, I did promote the wrong guy, though. I looked down at my... That's fine. I mean, I can get around it. It's just not who I meant to promote. Not who I meant to promote at all. That was a bit of a goof. Bit of a goof. I can get around it pretty easily. It's just not what I meant to do there. Grab you. Grab you. And I'm already doing enough damage. I don't need to overextend any of this. But if I can grab a switch and save my energy here, I'd be happy to. I'd be happy to save the switch. Or even just a rare candy. A rare candy also wouldn't be terrible. Right, I could Arven for rare candy. Earthen Vessel to adventure away. Is that enough damage though? I don't think it is. Alright, I could Arven for rare candy. Or Arven for Secret Box, actually. Arven for Secret Box might be the play. Get both my adventures in the discard. Evolve. I mean, I'd be in a pretty good position there. Let me do the with 2 Ethans in discard. That's doing 120 plus 40. 120 plus 40 is 160. So actually, Victini fixes the math there. Pretty sure. Pretty sure that fixes the math there. Or am I just goof? I gotta make sure this math is right before I commit to this, though, and don't grab the secret box. 60, 120, 40 is 160, 170. Yeah, okay. My math is correct. I could also grab the Vitality Band. I'll just Bravery Charm the Victini, just to keep it, just to put the Bravery Charm somewhere. Bravery Charm there, just to put it somewhere. I don't really care too much. They can hit 170 or 120 really easily. But pretty much just to get that somewhere. They've also thrown away... Oh, my switch was prized. They've also thrown away 2 of their Ethans already. And I'm pretty sure I know that the other 2 are already in their hand. At least one other is in their hand already. They take the return knockout here. Because right now they're doing the same amount of damage that I'm doing. The Pidgeot on deck. I don't know, could you stop them KOing your Typhlosion? They already had enough in the discard that they would be able to. And they would get 5 cards off of it. The Pidgeot there, though, was great, because all I need to do is just knock that out. Probably, potentially Iono them this turn, though. Potentially Iono them this turn. 1,200! Soft resets. Whatever bench space they fill... Might be better to Night Stretcher. I don't know, it depends on what the top deck is. It might be better to Night Stretcher back a Cyndaquil. I don't know, we'll see what, we have to see what the top deck is. What a fantastic top deck. What a fantastic top deck. Fantastic top deck. You can grab the counter catcher. I do need all 4 in the discard, which we will have here. I need to think here. I have Stretcher in hand to get back Typhlosion. Secret Box for... Secret Box for Super Rod. I want Boss's Orders over Counter Catcher. Alright, let me see what my Lokes get me first. Because my Lokes could get me something... Could get me either the Super Rod or the Counter Catcher and make the decision for me. No, it doesn't, but, you know, you never know, you never know, you never know. There's a world where it could have done it. There's a world where it could have done it. I don't think we need Gravity Mountain ever. I just hate to boss. I hate to boss. Instead of a counter catcher, you know? You know? I mean, we could grab the counter catcher. Because I still have one Quilava on bench. What's my Ricani action look like? Still got 1. Because I would love to Iono them down to 4. I would love to Iono them down to 4. I think Iono to 4 would be great. Stretcher back Typhlosion. Alright, I feel good here. Alright, feel good here. Stretcher back a Typhlosion. Evolve the Typhlosion. We're doing 290. I mean, I could also Arven for Super Rod here, but I feel like it'd be better to disrupt their hands since I'm also getting rid of their Pidgeot this turn. I feel like just a double disruption here would be fantastic. I just really love the double disruption. I'm a big fan of the double disruption here. Get rid of their free draw. And we get the boss for next turn if we want it. I wish we would have pulled a way of recovering Cyndaquil, though. Because they do get the return knockout. So next turn, we have to get the recovery. Next turn, we have to get the recovery in some way, shape, or form. And this matchup, Gravity Mountain not only benefits you, but always hits exactly 280 for Pidgeot, so it's kind of useless. Yeah, exactly. So there's really no big reason to play the Gravity Mountain. Other than, I was like, I could play Gravity Mountain to get rid of them having access to Artisan as well. But the reason I didn't was I was hoping I was going to hit a Super Rod. So that way I could put the Cyndaquil back in and I could use the Artisan to get my Cyndaquil back. They are going into a stronger board position right now. I'm leading the prize trade, but they will take the knockout here. Yeah, so they're going into a somewhat stronger board position here. I might just end up Professor's researching. I hate to lose Quilava Typhlosion, but I mean, I have to hit recovery this turn. I have to hit the Super Rod in some way, shape, or form this turn. It might have been better to just go for it last turn. Might have been a misplay on my part. Oh, losing the rare candy, though, would be bad. Thanks for making that easier. Thank you for making that easier. Woo! Shoo! I guess Typhlosion in hand. Do I need the energy back? Or should I grab, like, a third Cyndaquil? I only need 2 Cyndaquils, because I kill this turn, but I need to evolve both of them. I think actually put a Typhlosion back. Yeah, not great, not great, not great. Alright, we'll Artisan for a Cyndaquil first. We still have 2 Drakloaks here to potentially give us something to use. Another Super Rod could be hot. Although I do like getting down the other. I do like getting the other Cyndaquil down. I like having the other Cyndaquil down. Hitting the energy's pretty good. Hitting the energy is pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That was a good turn. That was pretty good. That could have went so poorly for us. That could have went so poorly for us. We really hit everything we needed to hit there. All right. If they hand disrupt us, we're kind of screwed. This match was 100% trading, which is why the fact that I was able to take 2 prizes fixed the math. Okay, okay, no hand disruption. They feel pretty strong because of the way my board looks here. I just need Typhlosion in hand. That's all I need is Typhlosion in hand. Oh, that was so good. That was exactly what we needed to hit. Oh, that was exactly what we needed to hit. Part of me wants to research. I don't need the boss. Part of me wants to research so I can make sure I hit everything I need to, but I know I have another Super Rod in deck. I know I have another Super Rod in deck. Part of me wants to Arven to get that back. Put down another Cyndaquil. Just, I mean, I don't need another Cyndaquil down. But I need to guarantee next turn I hit Typhlosion and energy. I need to hit Typhlosion and energy next turn. As well as I know there's still Ultra Ball in there, so I need a way to get there. Just in case there's any hand disruption. Just in case there's any hand disruption. What does Vitality Band do? Plus 10, which doesn't do anything for me. Because I already have all the damage I need. The Vitality Band is just the attacks the Pokemon is attached to do plus 10. There's the Budew! I have a 13 card hand. I draw 1 card. I have a 12 card deck, or 13 card hand, a 13 card deck. I draw 1 card. I go down to 12 cards. We should have win here. We should have win here. We go down to 12 cards. We Professor's Research, which allows us to see half that deck. We Professor's Research to go from 12 to 5 cards. We could whiff it by 1 card. We could whiff it by 1 card. But we don't. But we don't. Let's go. Buddy Blast. Now, had they not played a 2-prize version of this deck, they would have just won this deck. They would have won this game because they were able to take the first prize. So they would have straight up just won this game. But because I was able to counter catcher and take 2 prizes off the Pidgeot, I was able to take the 1 prize lead, which allowed us to work our way to the victory. What a great mirror match. What a great mirror match. Absolutely loved that.